If we got some action today, let me plug up my shit real quick. Hold up. I just titled it and went live and see who was on, see who's around, see what's up. I just got in and just want to have a brief discussion with live people who are out there ready for a brief discussion about whatever. It's all politics, family, and understanding politics, you'll begin to understand the whole chessboard. You feels me? See who up in here. Okay, first time seeing the chat. Let me see who up in here early. Could you hear me okay? That's important. That's always important. Let me make sure my volume is on correctly. Florida in the building. What's up, Florida? What's happening? Seeing who online for the night. Seeing if I got a reason to be on tonight. Because I don't really, but I can. I can if the information is there. Renee, what's up, Renee? I ain't saw you in a minute. Renee was good. The best YouTube show on the planet. Where you been, Renee? Where the fuck you been? Where you been? Where you been? We come a long way, Renee, but you know that already. You feel me? What's up, fam? Make sure you'll hit that like button on the way in if you can. What up, my brother, my soul brother, Oak Cliff, Texas? What's up, man? I seen that wasn't nobody talking about nothing but the daily Democratic bullshit. You got everybody weak, all these Democrats online today. they like, care why you political? Cause I can. Cause I can. You feel me? Why you so political? Yeah. Yeah. Now it's trying to show how political you really are. Now it's time to really show how political you really are. What's good, fam? Knockout, what's good? What's up, Riri? Check. What's happening? Yeah, I'm super chilly, man. I'm super chilly. I was just gonna do a live stream in the morning, and I said, you know what? Let me see what the family talk about. Maybe I feel like doing one tonight. What up, Cookie Boy? What's up, family? Much success. Politics is out in this motherfucker. What's the information on the internet? Tell me what's hot that all the YouTubers is talking about today. Which Democratic fuck up? Oh, Takashi getting a $10 million deal, right? Right. That's something you could look forward to. Grown ass nigga. Who's that? What's up, beauty? What up with you? I'm fucked up, babe. What up? My volume is low? I don't think my volume is low, is it? If my volume low? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't like to scream too loud on the volume. Kev, man, the people still don't see it. I'm out here promoting coffee and kids. I'm out here. The Democrats was attacking me on the internet last night. Well, stop being the internet nigga. What you on the internet? What you talking about? The Democrats attacking you. Stop being the internet nigga. What you on the internet all night doing what? Typing your fingers off, right? Leaving these long ass paragraphs that you leaving in my shit. Nobody want to see all that extra. These Democrats. I'm not no internet nigga. I'm not going page to page thinking that's socially moving nothing. You feel me? That don't move nothing. Arguing back and forth in the chat room, sir. What does that do? Nothing. You need to call the show and get involved. You know what I'm saying? Call the show and get involved. I don't do this for no back and forth. That's how the Aboriginals got caught up with Sinetta and them. Always with the back and forth and this. Now they trying to compare and see which one. And it's all for acceptance to be a part of nothingness. Like, that's what I'm not about. So going back and forth through YouTubers and all of that, I'm just not with it. I just do my show. I do what I teach. And if I teach anything, because I might just get up here and do this. But I just do that. I don't really focus on that type of shit no more. I was given knowledge to be progressive and conservative and respectable and responsible with, and I got people who count on me to just do that and be respectful and just be a better black man and be a better copper tone aboriginal or whatever you want to go with right now. Whatever you want to go with would be a better day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sticking true to who I am. You know what I mean? So yeah, because a brother could get caught up and start thinking that being in a chat room is socially doing anything, and they'll start hitting you up like, Kev, I'm over here putting it down, man. These Democrats, and try to make it look like they popping. Stop it. I created the YouTube street. You know what I'm saying? For the trolls can just imagine their life fade away, imagining protesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? Kev, bro, I'm here for the people who really support my page, who want to see this page grow. You feel me? Shout out, shout out Almighty. Well, hold up, let me go. Oh, I got it right here. I got it right here by charger. Got to get that charger right. You feel me? It's always a grace period. I always give people time. We 6 minutes in, and I'll wait another 2 or 3 minutes till we get right. Monty, what up, man? Brother doing a real service out here. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, and using. I don't want to be too reckless with it. People know I'm a funny dude, so I'm gonna do me, but I'm not gonna be too reckless. And I want the community to start to get involved more than participate in the chat room as well. So it's just a lot of things that I'm switching up over here. It's gonna be moderators of the day and stuff like that. People who want to moderate from the day, I'm gonna be just switching that up entirety as well. Shout out to the people who donate in the super chat. Almighty, you feel me? Support Kev Gills TV. Of course, I can get down with that. Support the road. It is what it is. Growth and development. Cesario, what up, man? What up? We got the Shalom brothers up in here early, man. I just want to see where the people minds at. Where are we at with knowing what's up in this, what they call it, third dimensional paradigm? I'm in a whole nother dimension. We can go conspiracy night, whatever you gonna do, I'm here for you. 424-209-9506. It's all politics, live discussion. That means from the Nipsey shit, all of it in conjunction with you been learning over the last 3 days. You know why? Because I'm not finna just be giving y'all more and more and more information and you not knowing what to do with it, how to digest it, or reiterate it and regurgitate it back to the champ, to the teacher. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do that. I'm coming on and I'm fading out. You know what I'm saying? Until it's time to get with it. I just need to identify who the real students is. You know what I'm saying? Black Apple Art, you's a hater. That's why you don't got no face. You ain't got no face, bruh. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just because it's live discussion and it's really just it's really just open platform night. You feel me? What you don't like about me, dog? What's up, man? Call me up 424-209-9506. Why you hate me so much? What's up, Taffy? You blowing me a kiss? Shout out to him. Art, Black Apple Art, mad you out there blowing me a kiss. They mad because you out there sending me an emoji with a little mwah on it. Y'all need to do that more. Mwah, send that to me and watch the haters just get mad. I refuse to go back to the Democratic Party, so they hating on me. They tripping. Why you hating on me, G? Why you don't like when I come online? You come over here just to look and just mad. You feel me? I changed my life, bro. That's funny to the motherfucker. I changed my life, bro. I don't got no beef with nobody, bro. Tell me what your issue is, G. I changed my life, bro. You feel me? You feel me? Knowing who you are as a person, man, I hope you discover yourself, bro. I speak the truth, bro. It is what it is. I hope you find yourself in life, my brother. I hope you... You feel me? You feel me, Riri? I hope that, brother, I'm like a sidekick and shit. Like, bro, I hope you find your life, your purpose, and what you supposed to do. Look, Apple art. Yeah, you just sound like you got a lot of hate that you need to work out within yourself, sir, in your lower chakras, and elevate your consciousness chakra by chakra. The more you meditate, the more your chakras move and you begin to center yourself around and manifest your dreams and manifest your ideas, bro, instead of sitting back there typing your hate for me. You feel me? Mm, mm, mm. You feel me? Just let it be, G. I'm just, what up, Hobo? Shout out to you, Hobo. And it's, man, oh my mama. Shout out to you in that super chat, G. This is open discussion forum. You can always call it in. Let me see. I got the phone. Let me take that down because I was on some goofy shit 30 minutes ago. Y'all wouldn't even understand. Y'all wouldn't even understand what I'm on right now. I'm on some other shit. I'm opening my discussion forum. Here you go. Discussion is about the videos we've been having on here and the information we've been transpiring. Looking for the students. The real students. You feel me? I'm just a positive brother. I want nothing to do. He Hillary side dude, yeah. Black Apple art, that name sounded like a beautiful STD. That's exactly what it sounded like, a STD. What you know about dreams? I know. What you mean what I know about dreams? I can teach you to dream, man. What the fuck you talking about? Call it in. What you know about dreams? I know a lot about dreams. What you talking about? But what that got to do with anything, hater? What you know about dreams? Have you ever manifested your dreams, bro? Have you ever did that? Anything, just manifest. I'm talking to art, the hater. You feel me? I'm about the hater. Have you ever manifested? Check this out. Have you ever manifested what you wanted? Anything, bro? Anything, bro? Anything? This random. I was researching some business moves and seen you pop up. Terry's W video tripped me out. Shout out to you, man. That's what they be suggesting me everywhere, huh? Yeah, that's good. Suggest me when they want to talk business and economics. You feel me? No, what assignment? The assignment is you call in. I'm not here to just, hey, give me an assignment. You ain't even on my Patreon. I'm here for a call in live discussion. Okay? So that's what it's about. It's not about Kev Gills give me a topic, and that's what I'm talking about. All that spandex and you got the wrong idea. You feel me? It's a call. I like to interact with my audience sometime. You feel me? And spot out who here for real support and who not. Who got real topic and who don't. Who here for the bullshit and who not. I'm nothing like these other niggas. You feel me? Period. You feel me? Thank you, Channing. That was I had 3 videos back to back to back with so much information that this person who telling me to get to the next topic ain't even did no goddamn come to the front and explain what they learned, what they thought they learned, what they heard, or nothing. That's Patreon game right there. You asking a little too much of me. You need to go overwork them niggas who vibing for people just like you to feed your need to hear something so you can digest it, eat it, shit it, and come back and want more. That's what you gonna do. I don't roll like that. You not finna suck my energy out. Niggas is vampire energies like I'm cool. Came up here to say what's up. Period. See where my moderators at. You know what I'm saying? See who checking in with your boy. You know what I mean? Want to know if the information is resonating. Hashtagging Gills Gang and hey Kev and this one and I'm ready to learn. That only work on teachers who knew. Okay, your little weak ass ghetto ass students ain't finna run that bull crap nice shit on me. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you learned. If not, you don't have no real reason to say get to the next lesson if you're not even showing that you're capable of understanding part 8 of a test. Lord, have you feel me, Shiva? They be tripping, G. I'm the only YouTuber with all the information who got a bag for likes and shit like that. You feel me? People ain't even got day shit together. I wear a nice tie, a nice shirt, nice haircut, throw on a smile, and look how y'all do me, G. Try to be respectable, keep the gangsterism down, uplift. And that's how y'all repay me. Give me more. No, man, y'all ain't finna do me like that, bro. You feel me, D-Jack? They be trying to take advantage, bro. But don't want to do the work. They want me to do all the work. Show me something. And then, you know what they starting to do, D-Jack? You know what they starting to do? Puerto Rican cuz, man, you need to call in. Nah, fuck that. Fuck all that. Y'all not finna just whenever I say something, y'all all look at Puerto Rican cuz he the top nigga in the classroom, super varsity out, and everybody look at this nigga. Puerto Rican, oh, for sure. He waddled his little ass right off the truck, right into the classroom, and schooling nigga. No, not today. Everybody be tripping, right? Everybody tripping. You a big YouTuber. Boy, you just had to do that, huh? You just had to do that goofy shit, huh? Shout out to Dan Tall Tours, man. One of my biggest sponsors here on the show. Just randomly, what did you put? Tell you a big YouTuber. So shout out to you, bro. Shout out to the just a super chat in general that know that Kev Gills is always around, always looking and see what y'all doing for the night. Kev Gills Unchained, what's up? Anybody trying to cheat off Puerto Rican cuz, they don't see that. You feel me? Yeah, I told Puerto Rican cuz, no, I'm not doing that tonight. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna see what other students want to take the initiative tonight. You feel me? And let them go, cause we got a lot of people in the class, and everybody not about to just win off of you and copy your shit. You feel me? Jitterbug be copying. But he doing a good job. He be trying to come right after Puerto Rican cuz, then everybody strutting. Nope. Call in now. Where's Almighty? Call in now. Talk about that HR 40. Teach the class something. Where all the scholars at? Where all the scholars at? Niggas out here tripping. What? Coffee and Kush TV. Hold on, let me take this off. All right, can y'all hear me now? All right, I can hear my phone calls now. Something was off. I can hear my phone calls and you know what I'm saying? Call it in 424-209-9506, man. Call it in. I can't believe what the fuck I be. Oh, gee. Feel free to call in. If not, I'll be up out. It's all good. I mean, I'm not gonna be out, but you know, I'm free to chill. I can chill for a minute. You feel me? I'm in Big Bear, children, chilling with the family. Oh, shout out to the family. Big Bear, probably at the cabin, chilling. Probably chilling. Shout out to you, hobo man. Pac Man. They Black Sam to fake Nipsey. That's a great subject to call in. I like that. 619, you on the air, what up?
What's up, Kev? It's San Diego up in this house.
What up? 619? Is that you? Is that
619? I'm back, man. How you been?
I'm good, family. What's good?
I'm over here to bring this energy back to that film, man. We over here you did a lot of homework, man. We're just trying to follow up on get to the point of what really happened, bro. That's what's up.
Oh well, speak your piece, man. I'm chilling for a minute, and
Okay, check this out. Let me show you something. Let you want to really get to like really what happened at the time of the shooting. If you look at the front door, there's a mailbox. It's like about maybe about 8 inches long, about 4 inches wide, and it's silver. It's silver at the entrance to the Marathon store.
what you talking
Now,
about, man? You about to go
I'm
into
talking about the
conspiracy,
front of the Marathon store where everything went down.
bro? We above that now.
No, you haven't seen what I'm seeing.
All right, go.
If you look at above the white car that's closest to the Marathon store, the white car that's closest to the Marathon store, if you look at the top of the car, look at the glare of the car. Right when Shitty walks up, you'll see somebody's on the other side of the white car. And
Why
check
you
this
keep
out.
saying Shitty walked up, bro?
Check this out. If you look at the video from inside the Marathon store looking out, you'll see a guy with a black hoodie on. Right when the video starts, looking outside, freeze the frame, you'll see somebody with a black hoodie on standing outside the Marathon store. And ain't nobody seeing that boy. But he still stays out there the whole time.
But they didn't see him back.
He
there with
never
the hoodie
leaves.
on,
He
bro.
never leaves. He
Wait a
never
minute.
leaves.
Wait a minute. So
You gotta
wait a
freeze. You
minute.
gotta
Wait a
freeze that
minute.
frame.
Wait a minute, player. Wait a minute. They didn't. You telling me we didn't see it, but what about them? They didn't see no nigga back there.
Ain't nobody mentioned this guy standing right outside the Marathon store.
So wait a minute. I'm talking about Nipsey and them didn't see this guy behind them standing there.
He's standing right behind Nipsey.
So they didn't.
Okay, if you look outside, he's right on the right-hand side. He's kind of looking down, but he's really big and tall. You can't miss him.
Sir, the tape
He's like
is
a
manipulated,
big.
sir.
He's big and black. He's big and black. Now,
Sir, I'm sorry Yuck Mouth did all these conspiracies, man. I'm sorry Yuck Mouth did.
ain't no conspiracy over here, man. I'm telling you what, this is real shit. Now, hey man, my eyes are seeing things you guys ain't even seen. I'm telling you. Now check this out. The only way you can cover the glare of that silver chrome mailbox is you have to be standing in front of it.
Sir.
Now if you look at that,
we are so past.
No, you ain't, man. You ain't even on that mailbox.
Bro.
Check the mailbox. Check the mailbox because you're looking at.
So what you want me to see with the mailbox, sir?
Okay, the mailbox. The only way you could cover the chrome on the mailbox is you have to be standing in front of it.
Sir,
this individual.
Wait a minute.
Check this.
Wait a minute. Wait.
There's a mailbox in front of the exact location of the mailbox is right on top of the windshield.
Sir.
At the corner of the windshield. You'll see the chrome reflection of the front of the mailbox.
The tape is manipulated, sir.
You could think what you want to say, man. I'm going off facts from what I'm seeing from video.
Sir.
And it matches up. Check this out.
Wait a minute. The tape is manipulated from the jump. So what you seeing is a manipulated.
You can manipulate. You can manipulate all you want, but you can't hide. You can't hide the real.
Sir, are you a Democrat?
No, hey, check this out. I'm telling you the truth, bro.
You're a Democrat.
Hey, I'm calling. I'm just trying to get to the point, bro.
Sir, the tape is so manipulated, sir, that whatever you see, you don't anyway. So it don't even matter. What that got to do with the whole spectrum and of the scenario? What's the total?
Okay.
Live in this conspiracy forever. What's the?
Okay.
Of this.
If you let's go back. Let's go back
here, sir.
I'm trying to. Okay, I'm just bringing out. Okay, check this out. When you go look at the video when he's looking from inside
I'm
the
not
store
looking at the
out. You'll
video
see
no
this.
more. You can't
Okay,
do no more
don't look
looking
at
the video
because
than
you know
me.
what? There's a lot of things
I looked
right in
at
front
the
of your face
video,
you
sir.
all ain't seeing. It's
Sir,
right in
I
front of your
saw it
face,
all,
man.
sir.
I'm telling
I
you.
saw it all, sir.
Well, check this out.
Everything but the mailbox.
There's this dude in the all black. You can't even see him. The only way you can see anybody standing there, they have to wear a white tee or
Okay, okay.
a white beater.
Okay, tell me
That's
what
the
you
only
thought
way you
about
can see the guy.
Okay, maybe you're right. But tell me at a deeper level what you see. Don't
At a
yeah, just tell me something
at a deeper C, okay, at a deeper level, I see at a higher level, okay, I see two guns in the shadows.
Not in the video. Another purpose.
Listen,
Another reason why Nipsey died. Just don't even talk about the video no more. Just.
that's all we got. That's
No, it's
all we
not,
got. We got the
sir.
video
Sir,
and check
it
this out.
is
And
all you have. You're chasing white rabbits, sir.
No, I'm bringing out the exact. If you look at the autopsy, it matches up with exactly the facts of how it had to go down. If you look at the autopsy on how and where he got shot, look at the projection of the angles of where he could have gotten shot.
You got those projection.
You check it out. Look where Nipsey's standing and how he was laying down.
Calm down. Do you have any projectile sticks that we can use?
Man, I've been doing my homework, bro, on how it all been going down, and I'm just telling you exactly where the gunfire had to come from and where you had to be standing. And I was thinking, if it hadn't come from the front door, you had to be covering the mailbox. So the mailbox got covered exactly. And then when Nipsey's head was laying on the ground, when he lifted his head up, exactly, you see that mailbox get opened up and his head go pop back down. So I'm thinking, did they shoot from inside the damn Marathon store? Inside the Marathon store through out that mailbox. And at the same time, no, listen, look at the mailbox at the time of Nipsey's head falling back.
Sir, is this the homework you're going to turn in, sir? Are you going to turn this in?
What?
Are you going to turn in this homework that you come, this conclusion that you come?
Man, I'm here all day, every day. I'll call back in and let you guys know what's cracking. I'm just letting you know what I see and what I saw. I know you ain't got the video in front of you right now, and there's kind of a lot of stuff you got to go back and look at, but there ain't nobody talking about what I'm saying. So if you look outside the video from looking outside, you'll see a big dude in the big black hoodie. You can't even see that guy unless he had white on. Or some markings.
Huh? I thought you seen him.
You can see him from the inside out because you can see him standing outside. But check it out.
Wait a minute, sir. You said you can't see him unless you got on the white.
You can't see him on the video from the clearest footage. You can't see him.
Calm down. Let me
I'm
speak,
just man.
It's my show. Let me speak one time.
I understand. I'm just telling you how it went down,
sir. I understand.
I
You're a Democrat and you've been breastfed your whole life.
I got my baby in my hand and she's all whining and shit. I'm sorry about that, but man, I'm telling you.
Jeez. All right, is that it? That's your only conspiracy?
No.
What else you got?
And then there's some dude from Brooklyn posted March 30th. I guess some guy got shot March 19th in Brooklyn, got chased down.
Sir.
And then he said 2 Nipsey Hussle March 30th. I was tripping out on that too.
How old are you? Okay. Are you serious, boy? You better go change the diaper because you tripping. Listen, this was political. You ain't said nothing political, sir. This is a grown man conversation, sir. This isn't BET academic or whatever.
Grown man conversation. I'm telling you how Nipsey got shot. Check out the mailbox. Hey, check out the mailbox, bro. I'm just talking about the shooting, bro.
I don't care about the mailbox.
All right, okay. Well, if it all comes down to that, you'll remember what I said, okay?
Okay, sir. The mailbox.
If there ain't nothing, no problem with that. Just look at the mailbox.
Anything else you want to let us know?
But you gotta see the footage before look at all the footage before the the store opened.
What you said, sir, first before you move on. You said
go ahead.
Guy, if he's
not
wearing a white shirt. But then you said,
that's Cowboy. You can see Cowboy in front of the store, but you can't see the guy in all black.
Sir,
you can see Cowboy's white shirt, but you can't see the dude in all black.
Damn, can I talk?
That's what I said.
Mm, mm, mm. Anything else you want to get off your chest, man? Go ahead, man.
Check it out.
Mm,
Just
mm,
check it out, bro. Man, I just every day just trying to get to the bottom of what happened to Nip, bro. And I
So
came
why are you
up with
not
this little
thinking correctly, sir?
what?
Why are you not thinking correctly, sir?
Go back to the video and check it out.
Why are you still watching the video? Why haven't you progressed your brain into a bigger reason on why this has happened and
Oh,
equated? Let me
that
tell you,
I'm
you
not
you
talking
must have been
about.
absent.
We
You
all know
must
the
have been
bigger reason.
absent from this class for a week. What you talking about was 5 months ago, nigga.
Look, that's what. No, I'm talking about exactly what happened that y'all haven't even brought up yet.
It
So if
don't
you look out,
matter,
just remember what I said, okay? I ain't got all day to talk about all this. I gotta go.
sir. Take care of that
But
baby,
hey,
man. Take care
yeah.
of that
All
child,
right,
brother.
Blake. Take
All
care.
right,
Bye.
thank you, my man. I was about to give you a hug, bro. You need some help. Jesus Christ. Get that info mill popping. He tried to sound smart. I ain't got time to explain myself here all day, man. Nigga, I've been trying to talk and give you a relief, nigga. You crazy, man. I try to tell him the whole time the video's tampered with. His brain is still stuck there. That's why I told you it's it's real delicate. I was real patient with the brother, and he's just doesn't. There's certain levels people can't get to, and you just have to accept that. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna fucking keep like, hey man, this is like people are grown ass people, and you grown, I'm grown, and everybody grown. You know? Everybody grown at 15, goddamn now. So the hell with this shit. You don't understand? Then show your retardation before the world. Just show it, sir. Nigga just think he know everything. That's a typical liberal child who just want to overtalk and don't have nothing real progressive to say. Just afterbirth. Mm, 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 mm. No decorum. He has no decorum about him. Just ratchet. Jeez, this is what I'm trying here. But if you don't want to get it, 508, you on the air? What up?
Hello?
Hello, 508, you on the air? What up?
Yo, what's up, man? This is Jit, man. I got a little topic I wanted to touch on.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so we've been talking about the hypocrisy with T.I., and I want to kind of talk about the hypocrisy with Killer Mike and why he said on video why he supports Bernie Sanders. And the reason is because out of his own mouth, he said that because Bernie Sanders read a bill on H.R. 40 and that Sheila Jackson wrote, and Bernie Sanders quickly accepted the bill. And that bill, H.R. 40, was for reparations. So I was looking at the bill that was written by Sheila Jackson on reparation. And the only thing that is written, I mean, is actually a commission that's being brought up. And they only going to conduct a study. And that's all it is. It ain't a commission to see what at the end of the day is going to be a payout.
So it's really just like we're gonna see if Massa give us an answer whenever he want to, type of thing.
Right. It's only
Democrats.
okay.
I'm telling you right now, black Democrats gonna have a rough election because we gonna beat the shit out of them this year. Why? Black Democrats on our level, they gonna get the shit beat out of them this year. Watch, because look what they paying attention to, Jitterbug. Look at all the entertainment going on in the liberal media, the entertainment that got our people fucked up, and look at what you're talking about. Look at the
Yeah,
things that
it's
matter
all a
in our community.
distraction.
In the white communities, these people talk about these things, 15,000, 12,000 people in there listening to the real information that needs to be out. And our people over here watching BET again, the rewind. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is the bill that Sheila Jackson wrote. All right, so it's called the HR 40. Is to address the fundamental injustice, cruelty, and brutality and inhumane of slavery in the United States and the 13 American colonies between 1916 and 1865, and to establish a commission to study and consider a national apology.
I don't believe that we've been under the power of the slave master this whole time. And when I think about this, it's like, bruh, it's time to grow up. It's just time to grow up and pay attention that we are in a dire situation. That's
Right.
deadly, man. That's crucial. You're going to consider what? And you're asking him to consider that slavery is what? This is what the fuck? Go ahead, man. I'm just tired of the
No,
rhetoric.
no, no. I understand. So it's on the bill is only to basically come up with a study group to study the consideration of a
Oh my
national
goodness.
apology.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
basically what they're saying. So
Oh,
the funny thing is the study group is going to be made of 13 people, which is okay. So it's going to be made up of
Puff
13
Daddy,
people.
Bernie Sanders, Killer Mike, Ti, Jigga.
So this is the kicker right here. After the commission, after the commission is done with their study, they're gonna turn in their report. Guess who they turned in their report to?
Don't.
The president of the United States, right? So at the end, Section 8, authorization and appropriation. To carry out the provision of this act, there are authorized to be appropriated $12 million.
So they want you deprived on the system. They just want you.
So the commission, it says the commission they're going to be terminated after 90 days, on which the commission submit a report to the Congress under Section 3C, and this is what's going to bring that report to the president. And then they're saying to do this study is going to cost the taxpayers, so it's costing us again out of our pocket $12 million just to do a study.
Just to do a study that ain't gonna. They're gonna want more money.
So
The black vote is nothing but a capitalizing tool for the Democratic Party.
so when you go back and watch those videos, when every time somebody is being asked, like a Cory Booker or Bernie Sanders, all these people, or Elizabeth Warren, and they specifically ask what you're going to do for black people as far as reparations, they have that same question. We want to do something for all Americans. Now, for Killer Mike to say that he's standing up for, he's with black people first, how can you put your whole base and your whole belief in a study for reparations and not for black people to receive anything from the government?
Because he's an actor in order to get you to vote for another socialist or somebody who really don't have your best interest in mind. This is easy. This is really easy. The Democratic Party is probably they just need black people for some reason, like under their control, it seems like. Like now that I'm really waking up This party has been the most detrimental to our communities for the last 50, 60, 70 years.
And I think this is another political a political shot that they want to give. So for instance, they've been attacking Trump since he been in since before he, matter of fact, before he ran for president. And I think that one of their things that they can do is they can try to say, well, we came up with this commission and we handed a report to the President Trump and he didn't even look at it to try to sway black votes to come
There
back
you
to the
go
Democrats.
again. And then black folk gonna
And there's
say,
another trick.
a study, a study. When we already been studied for the last 50 years, we know the cause and effect of all of our goddamn problems. So all these little extra studies that's gonna take 4 years for $7 and $12 million, don't need it, Bernie Sanders. Just don't need it.
And see that I wanted to find the part. Well, it's quite long, but I wanted to find the part. But they was on actually. See, so if you read the bill, it actually makes it seem like they're only doing it. Let me see. They're only going to study. I mean, it's only going to be considered for the people who was enslaved between 1619 and 1865. But when you read later on down the bill, it was actually talking about any people that was taken from Africa, also put onto the islands, and also the people who went through hardship on the travels from the islands over to America, and all the people who was dealing with cruelty, brutality, and humanity. So they try to make it seem like it's only for a certain period of time, but and later on in the bill, they talk about the whole process, right? So they're talking about each one of those islands where people was taken away and turned into slaves. So they trying to get people. So if you think of if I think about it, I say, well, they're talking about black people, like islands like Tobago, Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, and they also talking about Hispanic countries, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and stuff like that. So they trying to say, well, eventually they want to use this to say, well, we try to approve this for black and Hispanic communities, and look, the Trump didn't sign the bill. But what is he going to sign a bill to? Is only a study. It's
Right.
nothing to guarantee that you're going to get anything.
Right, and that's what they're being investing in, all and stealing. I call it stealing. They've been taking this money for this studying and riding around in your districts and they've been taking all this money, and poor black folk need to start asking their representatives, or better yet, holding them accountable for the appropriation and needing accountability for where that money at. All the money that they get approved for.
Exactly. So I just want to bring that up. The reason why Bernie Sanders, which he said on YouTube, why he said Killer might support Bernie Sanders was because of this bill that Bernie Sanders read within a couple of days and accepted it. But no wonder he accepted it so quick, because it was nothing but a study. And that's why Bernie Sanders turned around and said, what is reparations? What is that? Yeah, he because he's not even thinking about reparations. And that's why that whole reparation talk is a fraud. It's a scam.
That's right. So I don't want to hear nobody in my chat. Republicans ain't no better. We black. We don't know nothing about that. All we know is these motherfuckers over here who we've been messing with. They screwed us. That's what we know. So all this Republicans ain't no better. We don't know that. How you know?
Well, see, the thing
I'm
is,
just saying, not you personally. I'm talking about
no, I see what
person
you're
in the
talking
chat.
about.
How you know?
No,
What is what? I don't care whether it's Republican or Democrat, long as we carry the same ideals. But us black folk, we don't vote Republican anyway. So how you know what they about?
I see that too. See, so let's take Trump out of the equation, right? So you have, and this is very basic stuff. Like, you have your Democrats. We know what they stand for. The Democrats stand for something we don't agree with, right? and that's oppression. And you have the rhino. So you can't mix the rhino Democrats with a President Trump. President Trump is not a a rhino Republican. Rhino Republicans are just so. So, for instance, I'm gonna show you the what a rhino Republican does. When they wanted to repeal and replace Obamacare, and the vote came into the congressional hearing, and they had to do a vote on repeal and replace. John McCain had the final vote. And what did he do? The same guy who turned around and said he wanted to repeal and replace when he was running for president. And now Trump is the president. And what did he do when it was time to vote on repeal and replace? He gave it a thumbs down. And if you watch the video, and it was like a horror movie, everybody gasped because they couldn't believe what he just did. This is the reason why we still have Obamacare right now, because of a rhino senator named John McCain. That's what rhinos do. They don't get what they want, just like Democrats. They try to attack you. They're not hurting Trump. They're hurting us. They're hurting us, and we're still stuck with that. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't stuck with shit. I'm through with this fucking liberal ass party. I'm done with it.
Well, we're not stuck with it now. Why we're not stuck with it now? Because look what President Trump did. Trump signed the executive order for the federal mandate, so you won't get penalized on your taxes. See, that's what somebody who's not a rhino Republican would do. You see what I'm saying? Rhino Republicans stuck us with Obamacare. Somebody who's not a rhino Republican signed the executive order on because it was presented in front of the Supreme Court that it was not constitutional for you to penalize someone on their tax refund, just like how I was. The first year I got penalized $4,800.
Right,
it took $4,800. Right. So that's why he signed that executive order. That's the difference. So you can't mix a rhino Republican to Trump. That's two different types of Republicans.
Well, like I said, it's different types of Democrats as well, but the ones who really got the mindset of the black vote are these Pelosi's, these Sanders, these Bernie Sanders, these this other young lady, but she's about to get a run for her money as we speak. So a lot of people are, power a long time in our communities.
Yeah.
A long time.
But that's all I got, man.
Yeah, thank you for all the information, man. Thank you, Jitterbug.
Yeah.
My man. Shout out to the family. Give me a call, 424-209-9506. Jitterbug comes to the front of the class, dropping some information for the family. Coffee and Kush Morning Show will begin tomorrow as scheduled. Just some other shit going on in my life where I was on some meditation shit all day long because life is moving. Life is changing for me personally, and it's just an amazing feeling that I got. I'm just missing this one piece to this puzzle, and I ain't thinking about that. That's for sure. That's what it is. Nigga, hit me up, 424-209-9506. Trump is going after all the corrupt politicians, both sides. Good shit, good shit. Lamar says, great caller. Thank you for that. Reparation is not a fraud. Yeah. God is good. What's up, Max? Yeah, God is good, man. On a whole nother level, man. On a whole nother level, man. Eyes are good. You feel me? And the big just it'll be real right in a minute. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
What up, Kel?
Man, so we sitting up here chilling. What up?
This Texas Cowboy down here in Oak Cliff, Texas.
What's up, family?
Hey, what up? What up? No, I'm just listening to the show and everything, and I like everything that's going on. But I just, Texas is we've been a Republican state for the longest. This is a red state, and I just think it's just like they moving the game. They moving the game because now they trying to move the Democrats to Texas, and they trying to move the Republicans to California. And it's just like we gotta put our stuff together as far as black people here in America, because it's game.
What you mean?
They play like with the politics, how we seeing everything. It's like neither one of these sides are gonna do anything for us.
I don't know that.
I mean, I'm saying I know because I live in a red state right now.
Yeah,
and I've lived under.
What are your values? What are you looking for? What type of person? I don't know what you're looking for.
Well, I've
you just said none of these parties are going to do nothing for us. I need to
let me give you a little bit of my. Well, just let me give you a little.
What are you looking for in your life that you want from a political party or voting? Like, what are you looking for?
Well, what I'm looking for in a political party is to kind of be fair. Like, I want a party to say, okay, if this is what I want, I want you to vote for abortion, or I don't want you to vote for abortion. That's what I want you to do. If I want to say I want to push for reparations, then I want to push for reparations. That's what I want. And I'm not going. And I'm not. If I want to push for gun control.
So you want a politician to do what you want him to do.
Or with the consensus, what we kind of all, what's best for my area, because I'm a taxpayer, I own a home, so I have, I don't want my property taxes to go up. I want to be able to say, hey, are you for or against property taxes going up? And then he'll say I'm for, and then I can vote for you. If you say I'm going to fight for property taxes.
Last election?
I didn't vote.
Because?
I haven't. Well, let me give you my history. I'm 46 years old, right? The first time I voted for Bill Clinton. I've been, I was in the USMC, so I was stationed in California. And I lived in California, and, I listened to the radio. I listened to political radio. I was stationed in Camp Pendleton. And then I went overseas, and then you get the bum rush of Rush Limbaugh, because that's all you get. Then I went to after my time in the military, I moved to Wisconsin, which is a blue state. It's a blue state. So I went from listening to Rush Limbaugh to listening to the blue side of the story. And then after, I lived in Wisconsin, I moved back to Texas. But what I learned by listening to all the political radios, and then my time voting, because I did vote for Clinton, and just with this listening and how everything goes, it's just a game. They move us around the table. They just consistently move us around the table. They move policies from state to state, and at the end, when you look at it, we're at the short end of the stick.
I still don't know. You said you voted for Bill Clinton. You a Democrat, right?
I'm neither.
Well, you've been voting Democrat.
I did. What I'm saying is, now that I'm older and now that I live life,
Sir,
I see how it goes.
But you've been voting Democrat, right?
I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I did, because I didn't know. Because at the time
I didn't. Democrat,
sir.
No,
yes, that I was 18.
Sir.
I was 18 years old.
Sir. Sir,
go ahead.
You voted Clinton and them in. You help vote these people in, and then when they mess up, you say, I vote another one in, and then they mess up, and then another one comes with the same persuasion, with the same black leadership. And then when you tired, you just say, ain't nobody gonna help us, because you allowed these people to come rape and pillage your community. You ain't do nothing this whole time.
Well, that's how you're saying it, but let me tell you how it went. I voted for Bill Clinton. I was 18 years old. I was fresh out of high school. After that, I was in the military. I seen how everything went. George Bush came up to be in office. I already know that from the family background and living in Texas, I know the George Bush family. So I know I wouldn't vote for a racist, and I knew I wasn't going to vote for a
Sir, Bill
Democrat.
Clinton
So
is a racist, sir.
I didn't know that at the time.
Sir, yeah, okay.
I was naive of that at the time. I didn't know that. You're
You know the
correct.
Democrats created the Ku Klux Klan. You know that's the.
I learned that after that. Yes,
I feel
you're
you. I
right.
feel bad for us.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying that they're not. The Republicans. They're not going to do us any better. They're not going to.
I don't know that. You just can't put it off on them
What I'm
because
no.
you
What
got
I'm
beat up
saying. The
by them.
reason
Now
why I
wait a
know.
minute. Wait a minute, sir.
I live in a.
Wait a
Hold on.
minute,
Let me tell
sir.
you.
Calm
Go
down.
ahead.
Let me speak, sir. Trump
Go ahead.
already did better than all of your little Democrat homies by the First Step program and
What's the first step?
and you gotta Google it, sir. The First Step program is the release of and the healing of the '94 crime bill, in which the people you voted in, the Clintons, authorized upon my people, in which they call black folk and the black man super predator. But you
Kale, can I ask you a question?
no,
Can I ask you a question?
no. Wait a minute now.
Okay, go ahead.
Because every time I hand you this, you tell me, well, what are they gonna do? You get to focusing on what somebody else gonna do rather than the crimes and the tribulation that these people put on you. It's time to hold these people accountable, sir. Go ahead.
You're right. You're right, and I agree with you wholeheartedly about that. But this is also what I say. Okay, my mother has never committed a crime. My brother has never committed a crime. My aunts have never committed crimes. I know so many people who never committed crimes. What have you done for them?
Who?
Donald Trump.
What you talking about? That ain't. I'm talking about the crime bill. See, you moving on.
That's what I'm saying. No,
Wait a
you
minute,
mentioned
sir.
crime.
Wait a minute,
You
sir.
said crime.
Wait a
You
minute.
said crime.
Wait a minute. Then hold on, sir. Then you said, what did he do for them that's not criminals, that got them entrepreneur spirits? Then he gave you the opportunity zones for you to take advantage of these grant money that's out there with that paperwork, with that company that you and your with that podcast started.
Okay.
So
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Go
Wait a
ahead.
minute, sir.
Go ahead.
So that you don't get no extra tax done on you, no extra increase. The red line of business has been removed from your neighborhood and all of these opportunity zones. So don't ask what Donald Trump do for you. Ask what you do for Donald Trump. Go ahead.
Well, okay, like I said before, I've
Cut the
always
check.
lived.
Cut the check, nigga. Cut the check.
Hold on. Let me finish. I've always lived in Texas, where we have the less tax out of everybody, out of all the states in America. You want to come to Texas because of the tax reason. So he's lifting that. See, you live in a Democratic state. They've been had that on you.
Sir, I live
See,
in
they
a,
don't
I
have.
live, before it was a Democratic, it's a red state. We fluctuate. This state it fluctuates. We do what we
Right.
do here. Sir.
Okay. But what I'm saying on that point is we didn't have those taxes. So we was always given those. I started my own business, when Obama was in office.
So
and
do
I
you live in
had
an
my business
opportunity
then.
zone, sir?
My business is in the opportunity
Sir,
zone.
do you live in an opportunity zone? Don't tell me where your business is. You might be wanting to
What I'm saying,
advantage of other Negroes, sir. Where
no.
you live in an opportunity
I have a
zone? Because
newspaper.
I live in an opportunity zone, sir.
Right.
My district you're speaking of, sir. Let me roll.
I got you.
So I look better.
Well, what I'm saying, I understand what you're saying with that. I don't get those benefits for that.
You don't need none, sir. You was a good guy. You did the crack didn't hit you. It hit me. So good job. Move along. You got boots. Lace them up. My people down here, sir, is who we talk.
That's what I'm trying to connect with you and tell you how we
Do you
do it
know that
here.
illegal immigration has destroyed the African American job growth rate in America?
Yes.
Oh, yep.
I see it every day.
So don't tell me. Well, if you see it, then would you know he building the wall? Do you support the wall being built? See, you confused. You don't know what you want now. You got feelings.
Well, I mean, that's one of those things.
With groggy eyes who get up on that screen on that liberal media crying like that polar bear floating in Antarctica And you better get out your feelings, Negro, and help the brothers here in America first.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did Trump get the backing of George Bush?
What? Sir, you are concerned about your old conspiracy theory.
No, that's
I'm
not
about
what
to
I'm
sit
saying
up
about the
here
conspiracy.
and try to
I'm
fix
saying
your
how the
brain
money
at
flowing.
your
It's
age.
called
You know what they said in the
it's
Matrix?
called
You know what they said in the
go
Matrix?
ahead.
They said in
What?
the Matrix, they said, we never want to free a mind after it getting a certain age because that shit hurt too bad. You know, he wouldn't know what to do. So,
I got you.
sir, you just don't want to accept that you is the character on the Django. You are protecting your slave owner with all your might. And the new conservative, black conservative with a little nigger tree is going to set these little niggas free from y'all captivity. You feel me, little plantation owner, you?
So you say Donald Trump ain't a plantation owner?
You are the worst kind, sir. You were your ideal, sir.
Yeah, I hear you. And you say Donald Trump ain't a
I'm
plantation owner?
saying you and your liberal friends are the worst, have the worst
They not my friends.
to
They
the
not my
young
friends.
minds that's out here
They
and how
not
to
my
heal the
friends.
African American. They are your friends. You vote for Bill.
They not my friends.
Bill Clinton
They
put
not
all of
my
us in.
friends.
Bill Clinton put all of us in prison with his '94 crime bill, and you voted for him.
And what Donald Trump gonna do? Free us all?
That's right. He just freed the motherfucker. That's right, and gave them. And you know what else they got too, sir? While you're running your damn mouth, he giving them.
I'm listening.
When they get out, they don't have to live that life again, so they can be good guys, just like Donald said. Punk, you not
How
running
you?
nothing over here, sir. We
Okay, let me ask you this.
it's people like you, old Mason head ass niggas that got the community fucked up, who run around in these little cars and take part in backdoor deals, and in real life, our community's in shambles. We don't need it no more. Candace Owens, boo, holla at me. Sir, get off my line, sir. You destroying my classroom. Have a great day. Damn shame I gotta talk to my elders this way. Did I get him, y'all? Was I political like a motherfucker? You remember hitting, bro? I'll yield back the rest of my time. Got time to play with these suckers. We here to clean up the community. The damn Democrat don't know what to say, bro, when you handle them. When you rough them Democrats up, they don't know what to say. Send another one. Another Democrat. Send him on over here. Send him on. We gonna break the backbone. No, Hassan. We gonna break the backbone of this mind-controlled, Nazi-ish propaganda that the Liberal Party and Vlad TV and his friends have on African Americans, and owning our perception and doing what Nipsey did, goddammit, get up on this Bitcoin and gentrifying ourselves. Says we can get this money, eh? You feel me? Fuck that. Don't give me no handout. Just make it fair. No, we gonna do the rest. We gonna do the rest. You feel me? What's wrong with them? I'm ready for the debate. Sonetta's scared right now. Everybody in the conscious community is afraid of me. You know why? Because that's democratic mindset, to keep your mind in Africa and your body here stagnant, ready to go to jail or do something illegal to fill up a jail system, a private prison, preferably. We here to put you up on game. Don't listen to these other weirdo ass podcasters out here that's trying to get a quick lane in whatever niche. It's all about truth right now. You're a grown ass man. There's no reason why you should be looking at Scheme Team 2000. Okay, shout out to him. Okay, you see this shit right here? We taking over. This is how we best. You feel me? They don't pull me over no more at all. They don't even fuck me. Bro, unknown caller, unknown location. You on the air.
What's up, Cat Gibbs? What's up, man? What's going on, man?
I'm sitting up here chilling, man. What's up with you?
Hey, man, this is DJ Punch, man. What's going on, man? You sit up there talking shit about me, man? This is DJ Punch, man. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something real quick.
Hey, I got bigger stuff to do, young man. Unknown caller, unknown location. On the air. What up?
Hey, Kev, the Strategy King.
Oh, man. I'm glad you saved me from this whoredom Democrat overdraft of trolls. Go ahead.
I just listened to the last call, and you said you were practicing. You did a great job.
Yeah, I was killing them. It makes me want to do more. I want to go to the community and stand in the corner, and I'm looking for the first liberal to fucking destroy it. You come here and let's talk. You know, man, feels good.
No, I mean, it goes back to what we've been talking about, and what you certainly have been talking about on your channel and on your platform. And obviously, I shared a little bit. And that last caller, well-intentioned. Let me just say that. I don't know him. I'm not here to judge anybody. Well-intentioned, but it's demonstrating what I was telling you all earlier about media propaganda of getting particularly African-American voters to say, what Trump done for us? It's called, let me again repeat it. It's the First Step Act. It's a law of the land. The caller himself said, is Trump freeing anybody? CBS News caller, if you're still listening, because you probably are, because you want to see what the comments
that he said that. That just was like, sir, he made it more prophetic. Like, sir, did you hear me?
What you said was right. And it shows, though, that last call, again, I'm sure is a good guy. I don't know him, but probably a well-meaning person. But I don't blame him. But
it's so nice, man. I got to get on your level. He probably means well, man. I have the most sympathy for the way his brain operates. But
no, but he's a good example of our people who have been. Remember, I used the illustration. The good book uses the devil comes as an angel of light, and the Democrats come as angels, but they're really. Well, certain parties are really the devil because their policies have separated families, have sent more black men to prison for the very person that they voted for, Bill Clinton. You heard, I voted for Bill. There you go. You voted for Bill Clinton, who probably sent half of your family, half of your friends to prison, or they are, frankly, dead from being shot dead from gang warfare. That the government allowed with the infiltration of the CIA shipping in drugs to inner cities all across this country. Another great example that Hollywood, they're so bold with it, Kevin. They say, yeah, we don't need to hide it anymore because what you going to do about it? We're going to do a movie. And we're going to put one of your most famous black actors in it named Denzel Washington. By the way, I love Denzel. So this isn't an attack on Denzel.
Best actor on earth to me. I really enjoy his movies. But yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. So, nobody thinks that I'm saying that about Denzel's my man. But my point is Hollywood was so bold to say, we're going to use the best there is and tell you, yeah, we shipped in the drugs, and we're going to do a movie called American Gangster and tell you about Frank Lucas, who admitted, yeah, I used military planes to fly in the heroin straight from them.
They didn't do it. I did it.
And used, but let me address that. Anyone dumb enough to believe the military didn't know what was on those planes? You smoking dope.
Crazy, baby. Insane.
Money was slid under the table. The folks knew in the military planes what was coming over. They got dogs on there that sniff stuff out. I've flown out of the country. When I fly back in from certain parts of the country, Kev, do you know what meets me at the gate? A dog sniffing to see if any drugs was brought over. So you telling me Frank Lucas had whole caskets filled with powder and nobody knew what was in there? The answer is the government knew and didn't care because he was flying it into the ghettos of Harlem. Did a movie about it. So my point is, guys, we have got to wake up to this idea that, well, this party is good, but the other one, they ain't really all that much either.
Right.
Okay, well, so let me, and again, I'm not going to hold up a lot of time because I want you to get back to debating with all these other good callers. But here's something that since the question came up of what is so-and-so done for me? What is Donald done? He's passed a law in the tax bill. So let's get away from the crime bill because I don't want everybody thinking it's all about crime when it comes to black people.
Right. There you go. There you go. Thank you for that.
One of the things that Donald passed is a tax bill in 2017. And when you file your taxes now, he has increased the standard tax deduction. Increase that standard tax deduction for the primarily middle class. That doesn't benefit the rich. That benefits you and me.
So like he was saying, what did he do for me? Forget the criminal. What did Donald do for me? So he gave you a tax credit, or go ahead. You explain what it is.
He increased the standard tax deduction. You know, most people, they have a tax deduction when they file taxes with the IRS, right?
Right.
And they give you a standard deduction of, you know, $55,000 or whatever the case might be.
Right.
Well, now Donald has increased the standard tax deduction for a middle class family earning up to about $200,000 to $500,000. So in other words, that probably includes mostly all of your listeners. Nobody probably on this call. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe there's somebody over here making $1 billion listening, but probably all of your listeners, all of them making under $500,000. One of the other things that he did. How many folks on here on your live stream have children?
I got children.
There you go. Well, Donald doubled your tax credit from $1,000 to $2,000 based on your income. He doubled the tax credit.
That's why my baby mama ain't told me nothing. In a couple years, she ain't had nothing to say about them taxes, bro. Oh, good God. Watch out, bro. You gotta watch out for them.
And here's the other thing that Donald did. Prior to the law, if you filed taxes and you didn't have any taxable income, you know, maybe you were, you know, whatever, a stay-at-home mom, or you were doing things, you know, under the radar, but you didn't have a, quote, taxable, a job that you filed taxes on. Well, under this new law,
which is a lot of jobs, you got bartenders, you got house cleaners, you got a lot of them who get looked over, who really, you know, they do.
Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Kev.
I got you.
There's a lot of jobs out there.
Yeah.
So under this new law with the tax credit, he's now made it where, and by the way, this was passed under a Republican Congress. Let me be clear on that. A Republican president and a Republican Congress. This wasn't Nancy Pelosi. That's doubling of the tax credit. Up to $1,400 of it is now refundable. Before that, it was not refundable if you did not have taxable income. That means that's money back into the pockets of folks who don't.
That's if you can account for this, then you got a way too. You know, because people at that level, they don't think they got to pay taxes, or that option is not even available. So you got a lot of people at this level who run hot dog carts, who, you know, under the table type shit sometime, and might benefit them. Just to be clear, so you got a $1,400 to the maximum tax credit if you play by the rules, instead of taking.
How many Cardi B's are out there, right? How many pole dancers out there that don't report that income? Single mothers don't have, but we know they got kids.
That's right.
Under this new law, they doubled let me be clear. Donald doubled the tax credit for children, and $1,400 of that $2,000 is now refundable. Here's another thing he did. One of the things they talk about it a lot, but the job market and the unemployment rate for African Americans is at the lowest in the history of the country. I'll repeat that for the folks who say, well, what has he done? I don't really know what he done. Okay, under Obama, there was double-digit unemployment for blacks. Under the first black president.
And then that creates stress, man. I mean, you know how many brothers sit at home and got to explain they can't find work and just depressed, and just under a black president, you know, that don't even sound right. Like, nigga, you lying. You got to pick yourself up by the boots. But it's true. It doubled on us. Look at that.
Under the first black president, who, by the way, never, ever, I challenge anyone, Kevin, and I hope maybe you do it as well. Challenge your listeners. Have them find one clip in 8 years of President Barack Obama ever using the word black unemployment. Find a clip. He never discussed it. He never discussed it. And again, I know this is going to make some people mad because I'm talking about their Lord and Savior, Barack Obama. But Barack Obama...
Make my people mad because I'm, I like to make them mad because that's when I can get my point across. See, black folk, at this level, they get mad, but their ears be open. They really be needing it. They gonna explode, but if you just make sense and talk sense to them, bro, that information, right? Especially right now because everybody's kind of open and receptive. Election is coming, and I just think that election season is coming. I just think that the people this time is either way is kind of a little bit more open than I thought they were.
Absolutely. And again, everything I say, by the way, is out of love because I don't want to give too much away, but I went to a HBCU, Kev. So I went to a historically black college.
Yeah.
So this isn't out of anger or hate or none of that. This is out of wanting black people to recognize in America, life is what you make it. Life is not what you allow others to tell you it is. That definition I just used there, life is allowing other people to let you tell you what it is another definition of slavery, modern day slaves.
Yeah.
You're waiting for the government to tell you what life is. That's slavery.
Yeah.
Wake up, black people.
And there's not a government that's going to tell you, get step down. I don't know if you're waiting for the Constitution or the CIA but the Democratic Party ain't finna tell you. The Republican Party everybody gonna show. You just gonna see everybody taking part. That's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna be afraid to take a risk, a chance.
Yes, yes, sir. And another thing,
I've been there in my life. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. I ain't went to no HBCU or none of that, but I learned a lot of stuff out here, even dealing with confidence and overcoming things, and it all led back to the same place. Here I am talking to you, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, and here's another thing, and I don't want to get too in depth on this because it may go over some people say it may not, but wages have gone up. Wages meaning the average pay per hour has gone up versus under previous presidents. So again, what does wages going up mean? That means more money in your pocket, coupled with the tax deduction has increased, so you're able to deduct more in your taxes. So your pay has gone up. You get to pay less in taxes. If you got children, he's doubled your tax credit per child based on your income, obviously. And unemployment. Pretty much anyone who wants a job can get a job. Now, also in that tax bill was something, somebody mentioned it earlier, and I think it's clear what happened. Donald passed in that bill, in that law, in the tax bill, the repealing of the Obamacare mandate. What is that? If you remember, Kev, when people used to file taxes when Obamacare was passed, if you did not have health insurance, they would charge you a penalty.
Correct.
Okay. And so that was going on because they pretty much wanted to force you pretty much to go get insurance. And, for a lot of reasons, some people just couldn't afford the, monthly payments or, whatever, they're young people who feel like I'm invincible. I don't want to have to do, I don't need no health insurance. I'm fine. Whatever the reason may be, people just didn't want to pay for that insurance. And under Obamacare, they were beginning to charge people penalties if you did not purchase insurance. Well, under Trump, he passed this now a law. Someone used a phrase earlier, executive order. No, it's now the law of the land. Again, we got to be clear when we say things. It's the law. Law means Trump, if he was impeached today, the law still is here.
Right.
The law of the land now is Obamacare's mandate of you must have insurance If not, you will be forced to pay a penalty. Trump signed that part out of law. So it is now the law that you do not have to pay a penalty. And that matters to a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah, the last callers was billed $4,800 for him and his family, and he said it was just sick. And then I was right there feeling it with him, man. That's a big violation Obama got you on communist healthcare, huh? I like it.
Exactly.
Gee.
And again, this was passed under Donald Trump. Again, the guy who doesn't care about the little people, the guy who doesn't, he's a billionaire. Why does he care if you have to pay a penalty? Well, he passed it into law. He signed it into law, and a Republican Congress passed it. And here's why that matters. There's a lot of self-employed people. For instance, probably the majority of these YouTubers and IG models, most of them don't have no health insurance probably because they're self-employed. They're self-employed pretty much. And if they don't have enough revenue coming in or whatever, they have to decide, do we pay health insurance or don't we? If we're 21 and I'm not.
Real talk, bro. You know how this works, bro. Depending on what
on
YouTube,
if you're 21-year-old
health
IG
insurance or not, ain't no faking the phone.
Right. If you're an IG model and you're 23 years old and you don't have an ounce of fat and you got 10 injections in your backside, you're like, I don't need no insurance. I'm healthy.
I'm healthy right now.
Right, because that's how a lot of young people are, right? And not just young, just period. But my point is before under Obama, you would have had to pay a penalty if you were some IG model or YouTuber or now under Donald, you don't have to pay a penalty. So that helps a lot of self-employed small business owners and self-employed people. My point is these are all the things I just mentioned, and I try to just kind of get it all out real quick. These are things that put money into the pockets of millions of people that haven't committed any crimes. This put money into the pocket of all of your viewers. So when someone says, well, what has he done for me? Look at your paycheck. Look at that tax credit you get for your children. Look at that increasing your standard deduction. Look at the fact that you're getting pay raises. If you work for AT&T got a $1,000 bonus. Every employee of AT&T and Comcast, every employee got a $1,000 bonus when that law was passed. So that's about 300,000 or 400,000. A lot of folks who work at AT&T are black people. Donald is putting money into the pockets of a bunch of middle class people. Well, and that. Yeah. Hey, and Kev, I see the chat box is saying they can't hear the sound. I don't know if you know. The chat box is saying they can't hear the sound. No sound, they're saying. They're saying they can't hear, I guess, the call or the live.
Okay, my sound went out. Okay, I got it. I fixed it.
No, but I agree with what you were saying. And Kev, here's the other side of it too. When it comes, Kev, to, and I'm seeing, can they hear us or can they not? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they can hear us. You good?
Oh, okay. And Kev, here's the other side of it too. So let me just address Donald real quick. I think part of the issue with Donald is he, and particularly his team, they have not. The media has done a good job of distracting Donald with impeachment and Russia and all these other distractions. So he, in my opinion, could do a better job. Because like I said, I'm an independent, so I'll call out whoever I need to call out. One of the things I'll say for him is I think he could do a better job of explaining some of the stuff I just said to you. But with Donald, he's the type, he just does it and then he moves on. And unfortunately in America, you can't do that. You have to remind people of what you've done.
Yeah,
And
constantly, and you can troll pretty good, but it has to be, you know, we gotta. I know exactly what you mean. Like, you got to be a better job at it, at the PR.
And I think next year he will, probably because he will be running again. But I think that that's part of what the media has been doing. The media doesn't want him to talk about what we just talked about. The media wants him to talking about Russia and Ukraine. You know, again, notice they don't want him talking about black issues and dealing with education in the black community or reuniting families. They want to talk about Ukraine and Russia and all these other countries that don't have nothing to do with black America. And black folks have got to demand better from their elected leaders and say, hey, look, we deserve better. We will have better, but we will only get better if we stop kind of being like that. Again, I'm not trying to beat up on whoever it is, but the last caller who kind of buys the lies of the media. The media looks at the public as puppets. They pull the strings. They expect you to dance when they say dance. And too many of Americans have played along with that game, and you got to wake up, like what Malcolm was saying. Stop falling for the rope-a-dope. You know, right. Muhammad Ali did beautiful in that fight against George Foreman. Don't fall for the rope-a-dope, but too many of us do. And until people start to wake up, that last caller who said, oh, man, I'm from Texas, and, you know, I know that Bush was a racist. Okay, well, Bill Clinton sent more black people to prison than George Bush. So who was the racist?
Right. I mean, I was around with George Bush, man. Don't act like I wasn't. I was laughing every day. I didn't think he was a racist. I thought he wasn't fit for presidency. He was more of a comedian to me. I mean, but, you know.
I mean, and Donald, by the way, is pulling people out of wars. How many black people we know who, you know, because they're trying to get out of the hood, because they're trying not to go down a life of crime or whatever, they join the military, right? A lot of them. Well, Donald was saying, I want you to join the military, but I don't want to send you to war. So I'm pulling my troops, our troops out of all these foreign countries. That's what I'm doing. That's what Donald is doing. I'm pulling them out of Syria. Hillary wanted to send more troops to Syria.
I know. See, that's another thing, because I was following the whole Syrian thing, and I thought we was for sure going to war again with Syria and Iran because of what the devastation was going on over there, and it just, you know, it is time to begin to withdraw our troops. I mean, we forgot about our troops with all of this entertainment that's going on out here. We kind of let our troops down. We forgot about them.
And again, Kev, who is a lot of the troops that sign up? It's people of color. It's people from middle class families. It's not Beyonce's children. And again, I'm not wishing nothing against her, but this ain't Oprah's kids fighting over there. It's the guy you know up the street, son, that's over there. Those are the ones fighting poor blacks, Hispanics, and poor whites, for the most part. So Donald is saying, I want to pull people out of all these wars. So when you put it all together, Donald, does he do some things, you know, that, and let me address this real quick, and then I'll end it and let you move on. Donald is a TV guy. And so what happens is people get caught up in the fact that Donald doesn't sound polished. He doesn't sound like Barack Obama. And Kev Rowe, I'd like to say thank you for another day. Donald is like, Kev, look. And so he
Come talk
sounds a
to
little.
him, Kev. Do that thing you do, Kev. Kev's good at this. Do it, Kev. Do that thing you do. Like he's like that, like a regular dude and shit. Like, all right, Donald, I got you, play. Got you.
Like he's like, I just had some drinks and now let's go talk. And so because of that, black folks have fallen for what the media has said of, Donald, here's what I want to get at. Here's a lie that I've heard even some of the callers on your program say. And I'm not going to use the word, but I have heard people say, well, Donald Trump said that African nations are S-hole countries. Show me the tape of him saying that.
I never heard Donald say, you know what, I'm gonna have a show on that. Should we impeach Donald and then I just rip all the Democrats that's gonna call in? Because I mean a lot of people want to impeach, but he never said nothing that offended me. I'm just I've never heard like grab him by even that. Okay, I say, all right, bro, that is not presidential, sir. But other than that, he ain't never said nothing that offended me.
Kev, when the S-hole countries comment, that's what the media said he said.
You don't know what I would say about the east side of LA. You don't even want to know. But you say the S, please, that's for real. Have we been to Philly? Have we been to Baltimore? No. We need to go so we can see exactly what they tried to make it sound like. But if we see this stuff for ourselves, I mean, real people, like they did Hurricane, we'll see that our communities is worse than we ever thought that we saw on TV and shit. You'll be like, what the hell? You go to Philly.
And guess what, Kev? You're saying that.
Go ahead.
But you're saying that, but Donald never said it. Donald Trump has never been on tape saying these are S-hole countries, the African nation. That's the
I
media.
thought you was talking about Baltimore and the cities over there.
No.
You talking about countries over there. Oh, yeah. No, I never heard that one.
Yeah, but if you listen to the media, they'll say Donald Trump called African countries S-hole countries. And he don't want them here because of illegal immigration and because he says that they're S-hole countries. I said, if he said that, wow, can I hear the tape? I'd love to show me the video of it. Well, no, trust us. He said it. We were in the meeting. Okay, well, if y'all were in the meeting, don't y'all have an iPhone that you got the record button? Y'all telling me nobody recorded the tape? What a tape of it? Y'all got tapes of everything else. Why don't you have a tape of this? Here's what I'm trying to get. Don't fall for the price again, propaganda. Just because you hear someone say on the media, oh, S-hole countries, that's what Donald Trump said. Show me the tape. There is no tape. He's never acknowledged saying it. He's not on the record saying it. I'm telling you. I'm saying that, and I've said it in a way, but now I'm going to just be blunt about it. He's never said it on the record. I've never seen it. So my point is don't be so easy to be offended by fake story. That's why he uses the term fake news. Until you yourself hear it, don't just buy that so-and-so said something, because we now see a bunch of stories that they said was true isn't true. So, my point is, folks, wake up, stop being sheep. Don't be a puppet. Don't be so easily manipulated by angels who are really devils in disguise.
But we can say that. We can say that. But, our people are media age. What I'm noticing even about media is you have to create that for people. You really have to bring Democrats and Republicans on the show. And like Mondays, I'm bringing some black conservatives on that to talk about, it's my monetized Monday, just black economics, and want to get more into credit building if I decide to build my credit. But not only that, entrepreneurship and many other things that's out there. Grants. I got some females who want to talk about the different grants that's out there for, like you were just talking about podcasters and the different grants that's out there for people who just starting businesses. I mean, we talked about healthcare, but there's grants for small businesses that you can start up as well. So there's different things on Mondays that we can discuss, man.
I look forward to hearing it.
Oh, thank you for that, man. And you know, anything else you want to get off your chest, I'm here for you. If not, I'm done for the night.
No, I'm good. It's Friday night, so I'm gonna enjoy.
Yeah, my man. Thank you for the call, brother.
Thank you.
My man. I enjoy callers like this, brother. Strategy King, and that's why me myself. It's like I'm using my YouTube platform for something better than I have been. You know what I'm saying? Because reckless, that's reckless. And I'm not doing it for views, and I don't want to be arguing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I'm going to get to you later, carpet cleaner. I'm going to get to my buddies over here. Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from? Yo.
Excuse me?
Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air? What up?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. What's going on?
Your name is Coffee or Kofi?
Coffee and Kush, what's up? You got a comment, suggestion? What's up?
Sorry, sweetie. Your name is Coffee or Kofi?
Coffee.
Kofi.
Yeah.
Is your name Kofi? As in Kofi from Ghana?
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Your name is Kofi. Okay, so it's not coffee, yes? Can you say Kofi?
Kofi.
No, Kofi.
Too late. I'm gone. Too late. You wasted your call. I said it. Yo, I can't sound like that. I'm from South Central. I don't have an accent. I'm deprogramming myself from democratic ideals and trying to break free from democratic mind control. And I'm trying to just see the outcome. I don't want to just talk like a British person or none of that. You care, bro. I'm gonna be saying that shit all night. Coffee. You said it wrong, cause I ain't got time for all that. Enema in your motherfucking ass. The Eminem said, Coffee and Kush TV on the air.
It's cold.
Coffee.
Hey, what's up? This is James calling up from.
What up?
Yeah, I just want to break down about the politics. That is red, blue. At the end of the day, is all about choices. As black people make. So no matter who's in office or what you believe in, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about choices.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's why, you know, people say, "Are you a Republican?" I have conservative ideas, but I am a progressive. I'm becoming more professional, but I'm from the hood, so I'm Coffee and Kush. I'm just balanced out, but life is about choices, and not to get the Democrat and Republican confused, because we have to decide as individuals who we are first, you know, at a local area before we even get there. So identifying who you are, what you stand for is most, and what you, and like you said, choices. So I agree with you, brother.
Yeah. And then even at the end of the day, you know, the pandemic did affect us 80s babies with, you know, fathers leaving the household and different things. But then, like choices, you seeing flat things like even 50 Cent said, you know, he wanted to have the starter coat, you know, so he had to do what he had to do. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to, you know, find it within yourself and, you know, strive. Even with the 80s babies, we had our grandparents around, you know, taking us to church, teaching us little values. So, you know, and that's the main thing to help me out. You know, I'm from Chicago, you know, was raised there. And, you know, it's a democratic, you know, environment.
Right.
And, you know, there's a lot of killings going on. And even in my later life, when I went to college, I went to, that's why I got the 406 area code, Montana.
Right.
So for people who don't know, my not Caucasian. You know, so ask me how many times I got pulled over.
Right.
Only
Right.
twice when I was really speeding, and then what the police do? So okay, you just speeded, going about your day. So it wasn't no get out the car like it was in Chicago looking for somebody that like you. And that's, in Chicago, places like Houston, places LA, South Central, for somebody who looked like you. And that's probably, part of the choices thing too. So, so at
Yeah,
the end of the day,
man.
you just,
Like choices. It's just different things that we got to do, and we smarter than that. We smarter than we be doing a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's straightening up, we can do more. Like me, like I wear shirts like this because when I don't, I get harassed by the police. That's what started. Like, let me change myself a little. Maybe I'm just walking too hard or sagging too hard, and it started off with that. Then it just like, nigga, you don't even gotta dress like that because everybody's starting to know you as the positive entrepreneur nigga anyway. And there we go. It's just like police see me. What's up, nigga? Anyway, I'm talking about something with a blunt in my hand. It's nothing. Like I'm like different. So I'm starting to handle myself. I've been doing it, but just, we all got to make these choices.
yes, sir. And that's what I said. The red state for the predominantly for the most of it. And places like I think your previous caller before saying he's from Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is a red state as well, but there's a large population of African Americans there, and that's why when you learn what racism really is, racism is only power. So that's when somebody is not, people don't like you, they racist. Racism is when somebody only has power over you. Now they could be prejudiced, meaning they don't look like you.
There you go.
But,
and we're going to get into the differences between prejudices and racism. But go ahead.
Yeah, so they don't like somebody who looks like you, but at the end of the day, you have to have your own values. Okay, everybody was 18, seeing paid for, back in the 60s, baby, they seen Scarface.
Right.
You actually wanted to get the flashy car,
right,
or to get this. You don't want to, keep riding the bus,
right,
going to your job. So at the end of the day, it's all about that long hustle. Just been a lot of memes on Facebook lately. People don't want jobs. Then you go to prison. And then you working for 60 cents an hour. It's even that.
Yeah.
It's like, then you feel like, oh yeah, I want to work in the kitchen. I want to work here. But all you have to do is go to McDonald's and get that job, make a minimum wage.
Our
and
culinary art school. I got a buddy who went to culinary art school, and we both lived in the 70s on the east side of LA. He a culinary. He is a chef right here at USC, and I'm just so proud of him because it's like, bro, see, like all that shit we was talking about when you first said in your brain, I think I'm gonna go to culinary art school because my auntie and he started telling, and now he worked at USC getting a nice salary and around a different setting. Another brother from Bounty Hunters, I got him to cut his braids off and he is a security guard. Speaking of USC, so just choices and changes and stuff like that. But a person has to want that and make that for himself, live and learn and be at that point before any of us can even talk to a person like that. So it'll come. Every person will come around to that. So hopefully in due time. And we don't got to lose more brothers before they decide, hey, damn, maybe I can do this. Because, one day you broke and look like that. The next day you up and handsome and charismatic. And I like to see my brothers up like that. All proud and happy and barbecuing and shit and listening to music and shit. I like that over this shit.
Yeah.
So you know what it is. Thank you for the call, brother.
Yeah, I got one more point to make.
Go ahead.
And another thing,
do your thing.
We need to do like I know you was talking about the wall and everything, but the Mexicans, they got a lot of like 11 kids. Probably your grandmama had like, so they still have their culture.
Right.
So when so black people culture trying to keep up with the Joneses, meaning the white folks.
Or
so
they just,
when we lost
they're mistaking their culture for music or music genre.
It's not hip, not rap.
Go ahead.
And so when we lost our culture, so then we're like, you're not successful if you don't have a bachelor's. What is a bachelor's degree? It's not really nothing. It's just a piece of paper that allows you to get a job. I work at a job right now that I probably could have worked right out of high school, what they trained me to do, you know? So it's only a piece of paper. So then us as black folks, we look at other black folks like, okay, bachelor's degree, you don't have nothing. You at, a bus driver or something, even though some bus drivers do make, but you know what I'm saying, just look down at each other. And then when a black person, like on their feet, say they got a felon or whatever, and then now they're at home watching TV, thinking about how they messed up their life. And then you see a young brother, as go to work every day, a nice looking car, and then the other people around be plotting on to hurt or harm this brother, just to get something that this brother is working hard for. That's strictly in my area where I grew up at, Chicago, Illinois, South Central, wherever you want to call it, any inner city. Then instead of like, trying to brother out, like, what, brother, legit. What can I do for we both could be legit, and work together? And that's why I'm talking about the Mexican family, because they have 2 or 3 families living in there, and we don't want to live with each other. We damn near don't even want to live with our brothers, or our sisters. And we don't want to work together. We just want to down each other, and then what they say, crabs in a barrel,
Well, we've been trained for that, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do too much on ourselves. We've been conditioned like this, and the thing,
you're right.
Stand it, and the only way we can get to a better position is healing. And those of us who know and understand do the best that we can at conveying these messages on. You know what I'm saying? People always say Ashe and our ancestors, but we here now. We can be the ancestors to those, to our little ones that's running these streets. So we can Ashe to them right now and tell them right now, look, this is what we gonna do, little cousin who don't got nothing. You gonna come do this. This is where you ain't no, I don't want to do this or not, either that or go to the street. Which one is better? All right, you're going to do it like this. This is how you going to make money. You're going to do this here. Now go get your little chick, come back. Now this is responsibility. Now you're going to take this and pay your rent with. Yep, now that's a lot. You don't want to, but that's a necessity. Give me all that. You got to program this shit into their brains, what this is, man. If not, they're going to be running into different traps and scam artists and just shit like that. Shout out to the people that's in my Cash App, man. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my kids, teaching them about, values and them, and I'm ending with this. Like, we as brown people all across the world, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Haitians, we got a prince of the power, God is our power, and, his name is Yahweh, and we got to understand that. And then once you understand who you are as a people, it's just, we was enslaved.
I got you. We're going to have the Hebrew Israelite connection, bro. Trust me. We on. Thank you, brother, for the call. Trust me on that. Let me get to the battle rapper because he been wanting to call in. What's up, brother Ben? What's up tonight? Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Yo, what's going on, my brother? Can I speak today and not cut me off after half a sentence, please?
Go ahead, man. You got the flow. Go ahead.
All right, listen. Because I want to go back at the caller, not the one that you were just talking to right now, the one before that, the one that was representing Trump so hard like that. Now, what people don't understand is they got to separate Trump. He's 2 different people, right? Trump, he's Donald Trump, the person, and he's also Donald Trump, the executive president, the chief commander, head commander. Now, okay, you can respect his job, right? As a chief commander, head commander, his position, his title, what he's there to do, what his agenda is to set forth, his goals, so forth and so on. But you cannot separate that person. You cannot mix that person up with the bastard that he is. The Donald Trump, the person who died, he's a dirtbag. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, how can you call him a dirtbag? Come on now.
All right, so let me not say a dirtbag. Look, I'm from New York. Look, I'm going to break it down to you, Kev. In New York, right, when I was a kid...
This is the president. I know, but just tell me why you call him a dirtbag. What makes him a dirtbag?
Yeah, no, listen. When I was growing up in New York, everybody looked up to this guy, right? We idolized him as kids. We was like, damn, Donald Trump owned Trump Towers, Trump World Plaza. We we want to be like this guy. You know what I'm saying? This guy was making money. I'm going to tell you, in a lot of the neighborhoods I grew up in, he owned like Section 8 housing, and he owned affordable housing. So like a lot of my friends' families that they couldn't afford to live in a middle class income residency, they would apply for a low income housing or the Section 8, and through his guidelines and everything like that, and they would get approved. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up looking at him like an idol, like, yo, this guy was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as and you know what? When he started doing the show, what is that, The Apprentice, you know, you started seeing, you know, how much of a scumbag he was. You know, how he was
what do you
cheating.
mean? That's a television show. Sir, talk to me about political stand.
All right.
You talking about TV and he's saying you're fired. You didn't like the way your favorite character got fired, sir?
No, but that's not what I'm saying. That's what the caller before, he was commemorating Donald Trump, the person.
Donald Trump is a good guy, man. Donald Trump is the man. He's the president.
Look, first of all, let me explain something to you, right? A guy who stops, you know, import for coming in. You know how many companies in the United States right now, because he stops all import from China. You know how many of these companies right now that in the United States, they rely on China's import. This
like
is where
what? What did he stop? What did he stop?
He stopped all import from China.
Why?
All import Why? Because, well, you know, he stopped. It's because I don't know. He put a lot of these laws.
Send me the report, man. You sound like you make.
No, but listen, forget about that report.
No,
you know?
bro.
Let's go into
letting you do that today. No,
look,
that's not the way my conservative show works, sir. I'm sorry. That's not how it works, sir. Come on, bro. You just lying on the president. That should be, you know, people who lie on the president like that, they should take him out in public and hit him with sugar canes. Just pow. Give a nigga like 5 lashings of the sugar cane. Just pow like they do in Asia. Yeah. No. What up, carpet cleaner?
Yeah. Check this out. You cannot stick up for a guy who got little kids locked up he separated families at the border. He got little babies, 3 months old, 4 months old, in separate nurseries, jail nurseries, caged up from their families. By the time they get to see their mom and their dad and they reunite with them, they're going to be 1 or 2 years old. They're going to be a year and a half. They're going to be calling their nurses mom and dad, before they call their parents mom and dad. You cannot stick up for somebody who's a dirtbag like that.
What
you know
you
what
mean?
I'm saying?
What'd you say? You put them where, sir? What do you do?
All those people that are right now that are coming in from the border, that are coming from Mexico, that are trying to cross over, he's captivating them. He's taking them. He's putting them in separate cells. These people, they got court dates. Look, the kids got court dates. Little 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds that they're separated from their parents. They got a court date to meet a magistrate, to meet a judge, where they gotta appoint themselves. You know, they gotta be their own lawyers. They don't even know nothing about law. They're little kids. They don't even know what law means. They have to represent themselves.
Are you here legally or illegally?
No, I'm here legally. I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a Latino, but I represent all my Spanish brothers.
So
you know what I'm saying? I represent all my African brothers.
Sir, are you here legally or illegally?
No, I'm here legally.
Okay.
I'm here legally.
Okay, so we gonna square it up. So you mad at the way that illegal immigrants are being treated on the border?
No, it's not only illegal immigrants. Your boy Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, he even said it. He said, I don't understand why my secretary pays more taxes than I do. You know, he stopped taxes on.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. This sounds like propaganda here.
No, not propaganda. This is actual fact. He stopped taxes on all multimillionaires. When you make a certain budget over like a $2 million budget, that's it. You have no more tax.
Do you have any information that you're saying, sir? Sounds like a bunch of rhetoric.
No, it's not rhetoric. I can pull up. I have all of this information. I'm not lying to you, Kev. Not only that, look, the guy before, the caller, right? He was saying Donald Trump, he passed these bills, he passed these laws. Let me explain something to you. Donald Trump does not pass a law. Congress passes the law. Donald Trump is a dictator. What Donald Trump does is Congress gives him a speech.
Sir,
Congress says,
are you American, sir? Are you American?
Yes, I am. I'm an American. Yes, I am. I'm a Puerto Rican American. I'm a Latin American. Yes, I am.
So you
But
was
if I
born
go
here,
to,
right? You was born here, right?
but not my indigenous ancestors. My indigenous ancestors go back to Machu Picchu. You're talking about the mountains of Peru. You know what I'm saying? But I
Okay,
was born
so-
in the United States, yes, sir.
Okay, so
Puerto
you're
Rico's,
American,
Puerto
right?
Rico's,
So
Puerto Rico's a part of the United States.
right.
We're common law. We're a
Right.
Commonwealth.
So
we're a
which
Commonwealth
illegal
country.
immigrants are you fighting for right now? Which one? So I can
Oh,
talk about them.
I'm talking. I'm talking. Yeah, when I talk about those babies, I'm talking about the Mexican babies and the Mexican families that's crossing over at the border
Okay,
right now.
okay,
That he's
yeah.
stopping.
Why they don't turn around? Why they even going there? Why they doing that?
Why are they doing that, Kev? Because you got cartels, right? You got cartels that own the streets of Mexico, right? That
I'm
your
so
family.
sorry, bro. I'm gonna be
No.
real with you. The African Americans in this country need more help than that. We tired of caring about everybody else before us. You got all this energy towards illegal immigration, but they are being taken care of the best way they see fit. The real problem is bringing these jobs back to Detroit, Los Angeles, and getting these Afro Americans back to work again so they can pick their families back up. You know, illegal immigration destroyed black families along with the 94 crime bill and these Democrats.
Bro, let me explain something to you, right? Let me explain something to you, right? Without illegal immigrants, right? Who's cleaning up the bathrooms? Who's cleaning up the toilets and all of these? Who's doing all of these dirty jobs that nobody in the United States wants to do? You know what I'm saying? All of these jobs that we're not even taking. Who's taking these people are coming from these countries because in their country their families are getting murdered. They cannot provide anything for nothing in their families. So they're coming over here as an scapegoat, you know, so their families can get a chance at life, a chance to live. You know what I'm saying? And you got Donald Trump, a dude right here, depriving them of that. You know, no president has ever done that. Let's talk about your dude was talking about Barack Obama did this, Barack Obama did that. Barack Obama didn't do nothing that Congress didn't tell him what to do.
Sir,
he didn't do nothing
what do you
that Donald
want?
Trump.
What do you want?
I'm trying to tell you guys, you're falling in the trap of this Democratic Republican Party. They're all controlled by Congress. Congress are the decision makers.
Now wait a minute. We know this already. I'm just telling my people to get in. You a Illuminati head who at 628 here in Los Angeles losing your marbles over nothing. We all adults here. I know how my system works. I know Congress works and sets the rule. What are you talking about? We know this.
No, the other dude before he was saying, because when Donald Trump passed that bill, he doesn't pass no.
You guys, arguing with somebody else before? I'm talking.
No, what I'm saying, no, because he was you gave him a lot of airplay, and a lot of people pay attention to you, Kev. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you're an ear. Right now, you're a very outspoken ear for the internet right now. So people online for social media right now, when they want to look into like urban blogs where people like from our generation and our culture and our society can go and we can open up to. This is where everybody's coming right now. Everybody's coming to Coffee and Kush right now. I believe that. You don't know it, but I keep track of social media. And everybody's getting off that Sean Campbell, the Sonnetters. Even Sonnetters coming to your show. You know what I'm saying? I want to get down with Coffee and Kush. You didn't hear him yesterday? He was saying, Kev, bro, or nothing.
I got you. Call me back. I got you. Sonetta is tripping. Everybody out there. Coffee and Kush,
hello?
political talk. What that shit do?
I can't hear you.
What up, man?
What's up? This is Shanks from Front Street ENT. I was just calling in.
Oh, what up?
It
What up,
like,
Front Street? What up, family?
What's going on? Oh, you're not live right now, are you?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Okay. I thought you, I'm looking at the live, but it says live, but hold on, man. You live right now?
I'm live right now on
yeah. What's going on with you, man? I was just tapping there. I seen the video that you made. Hold on, I see a double boy. Hold on. Yeah, I seen the little piece that you did about concerning me and the Hassan Campbell. I'm probably not on topic right now, but
no, you fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so nah, I was just going. Matter of fact, you know what? I don't want to cut into your show. You talking about it's all politics and discussion, right?
I got you. Yeah, well, I'll chop it up with you. Send me a message and hit me up after the show.
All right, that'll work then.
Yes, sir. I got you. My man.
All right, I'm getting ready to go live at 10 anyway.
I
All
got
right.
you, family. Just hit me up. Send me
All right.
a text or something. My man. Area code 347 New York is in the building. What up?
Kev, what it do, Puerto Rican cuz?
Puerto Rican cuz in the building. What up?
Well, nah, just calling in, checking up, because I just heard some craziness talking about they blaming Trump for the cages and all that when they was already built.
Man, they blame
Like,
Trump for everything, and that's what I'm saying, Puerto Rican, because it just seems like people are just so full of rhetoric that they don't understand. We don't understand how we sound to the rest of the world. That's how we sound.
Let me, can I say something, Kev?
You got the flow. I need something to drink. Go ahead.
Because when we were, people forget, we was in the verge of having another Middle East war with Syria and all that. Yo, Obama was the actual person who actually dropped weapons to fuel the rebels, and then the rebels started turning their guns against us. Trump pulled these dudes out so they could fight their own civil war. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, a lot of lives, a lot of American lives are saved by this. And Syria got their country back, and everything is almost damn near stable over there. But we don't got nothing to do with it. We shouldn't be on other people's business like that. We should mind our own business. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is Obama was the one that actually made these cages. You know what I mean? That separated families. Obama actually deported.
That's right. You were telling me about this. Obama made them all those detention centers.
Yeah, Obama actually deported more people than any other president, bro. A Democratic, so-called family man, and all this. I mean, he was deporting working class people. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was illegal, he had kids that was graduating high school getting deported right after the prom type shit. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Like, I understand you got to get them out, but it was just there was actually productive citizens and all that was going to eventually be, you know what I mean, part of the country and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, look, Kev, if you got a house, nobody should tell you should not put a fence around your house. You should be able to protect your house, right? If I tell you, yo, Kev, take down your fence, you don't need a fence. You know, why would you need a fence? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people, there's good people, and there's a lot of people that do bad stuff. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? You gotta have every border has some type of defense. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, a lot of people like that dude, he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. You know what I mean? What's his name? Carpet cleaner?
Carpet cleaner, yeah.
Yeah, you need to check his facts, because at the end of the day, he ain't talking about no 1994 crime bill. He ain't talking about welfare. He ain't talking about how they put us in concentration in slave camps, and then now they throwing us in jail. Even worse, they making money off of us. You know what I mean? By the larger scale. By the larger scale. So a lot of these people got to check themselves. But I wanted to touch in. I don't know if you touched in on that situation with Tim Scott. Did you ever touch on that?
On what?
Tim Scott, the South Carolina senator that Nipsey was gonna meet up with.
No, we're gonna do that tomorrow morning.
Oh, so we're gonna say that for tomorrow?
Yeah, because this was just a political discussion to see what people other than you had to say, just to get conversations rolling, because I like to hear discussions from other strategy King called in. Of course, excellent call from that brother. And
oh yeah? Oh nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
you know,
nice.
we love brothers who give us difference of opinion, and you know, callers like you, Strategy King, and other people who call in with it makes me want to work harder to be better.
Yeah, he definitely motivates me. Every time he calls in,
it's different stuff out here that we need to start tapping into.
Right. But
Kev, a lot of people, and especially the carpet cleaner, you got to ask them what laws did the Democrats pass that benefit him and his family. Ask them that, please. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. Yo, listen, Kev, I've been hearing a lot about. There's a lot of grants for opening in business now that Trump has certain.
We just have to bring it up. I'm realizing that a lot of us we're programmed into this. So instead of saying there's grants out here, like I really have to like present like this is a grant that you can have. Like I'm noticing the responsibility in informing the people and what they got to do. Even if it's a small podcast, you can get a grant for that, and that's probably what another YouTuber would try to sell you. Give me 400, I'll show you how to make 1,500 right now. Like, come on, give me the game, bro, and let it be that. You know, but they know these things, bro. They know this stuff.
It's sad. It's sad to know that we so miseducated that we don't see all the treasures and everything that's been out there, and then they don't get, you know, a lot of the liberals, they control the media. So a lot of the things that Trump is doing that's favoring us, they don't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? They put stuff like the lynching bill. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody getting lynched out here no more. Why y'all passing a bill that's gonna be worthless to your community? And then when they go to the Breakfast Club and all these other networks, they when they ask them what you gonna do directly for your people, and then they be like they're not gonna do anything for us. And that's a problem to me. When you
know what? I'm going to get the collection of tapes. I'm going to do that tonight and present them in the morning of all these so-called liberal dudes who say, when they get asked, hey, what do you do? What are you going to do for the black folk? Oh, well, climate change or chemtrails, Agenda 21, conspiracy theories, stuff, everything but you. And we need to get back to that. You know, even myself, like back to that, because if I'm more valuable than a shit talking nigga on YouTube, I don't want to be just a shit talking nigga on YouTube. If I'm more valuable to my community than just that, you feel
facts, big facts.
Man.
But Kev, but let me tell you that the DNC actually even cheated Bernie Sanders and gave a lot of the votes to Bernie Sanders, and a lot of the promotion and TV ads and all that. The DNC gave it to Hillary instead of Bernie.
He knew what it was. He knew what it was. You better be quiet or get a hit. You know.
That house is full of corruption, but I'm gonna let the callers call in, Cap, because tomorrow I got my homework ready and I'm ready to go, baby.
My man, thank you for the call, PR, man. I had to get to 480. I know he coming first thing in the morning, man. 480, you on the air? What up?
What's up, bro?
What up, my man?
King of Diamond, man. Your boy KOD, man.
What up, KOD? King of Diamonds in the building. What up?
For sure. Arkansas in the building. Hey, man, I just wanted to, I've been listening to you, man, for a couple of weeks, man, probably about a month or so, man, and you up on it, bro. I appreciate your work, man, and keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm out here grinding with you, man, in these streets with these kids, for sure. But I want to stay on topic, man, and like when the caller's talking about the immigration and all that, bro, like, we need to have more people to understand how it is in other countries. You cannot go to another country. You have to have work visas, visiting visas. You're not getting in those countries. You know, they doing background checks. They doing everything. You're not going in those countries. You're not even going to the bathroom.
Desert. You not going, bro. It's a border there. It's not popping, bro.
You are not going, man. You have to. In Mexico right now. You walking through a line right now. You have to push a button. They're gonna go call you over there, search you over there. You're not going to that country, man. You're not going. So like, even not in Mexico, but Japan and all these other countries, England, London, all these places, man. You're not going into those countries.
It's something with black folk where we just got this thing with us. Oh yeah, just let the homie cross, man. That's messed up, bro. It's like, calm down, bro. I'm not getting in that, bro. First off, I got issues right here, bro. I'm tired of caring about everybody else, bro. I'm just
right, man. Like why can't we do something for our kids, man? Let our kids look up to us for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Our kids looking up to other people, other countries, doing other styles, wearing tight clothes, and we the ones bringing this out here, man. That don't make no sense.
We bringing them out here, and they got different. They changing our hip to something else. Cool.
Yeah, and putting their name and face on it.
And putting their name and face on the shit at the same time.
Right, man. So, hey, you keep doing what you doing, man. And on these streets, man, I'm out here. I ain't trying to promote myself or nothing like that, man. But I'm on this thing with these kids, man. And we going to get these kids' mind right, bro.
That's what it's about, man. Anything I can do to help, just let me know, brother. I'm right here for you, fam.
For sure. I'm Patreon all day, baby. I'm swinging all day.
Well, it was really nothing. Now all you got to do is say, Kev, nigga, what's up, man? I need this info. I'm always in the studio. You be surprised, bro. People calls me, bro, like, hey, bro, what's up, man?
Bro, I'll hit you on the strength just for man.
Just hit me on the strength, man. Send me a text or something,
what we got going, bro, is for everybody, man, and it's for the people. You know what I mean? It's for everybody.
That's what I'm talking about, because that's who gonna support you, the real people. You feel me?
Yep. I'm on that Nipsey thing, bro. So I'm on that Nipsey play. All right, man. Good show, bro. Keep that going, bro.
Good looking. Democrat carpet cleaner. What up?
Yeah, no, I just want to address the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you do PR cuz, oh, Obama, he let this fly, and then Bernie Sanders, he lost the votes over Hillary Clinton. Yo, I don't know. That kid is stupid in the head, and that's your boy. You know what I'm saying? And if he wants to smoke, he'll want it with me, because we could get to smoke any day, bro. I'll meet him anywhere in New York.
You're not even smart enough. You're not even smart enough, sir. People got real life, sir. People ain't thinking about you, boy. Area code 509 508. You on the air? What up?
548.
548. You on the air? What up?
All right. So let me go back to what Puerto Rican Cuz was saying. Puerto Rican Cuz is absolutely correct. If you look up on the website of USCIS, you go on their website, you type in the amount of people Barack Obama deported. He deported over 3 million people.
He was just breaking up families.
Yeah, and wait, hold on. This ain't it. Again, Puerto Rican Cuz is 100% right. Donald Trump is only deporting people when they come over here afterwards. They break another law, and these are the people who ICE are going after. On the contrary to Barack Obama, even if these people didn't commit another crime, he was deporting women and men who didn't do anything but illegally cross over the border, even though they was already in violation already by illegally crossing the border. And like Donald Trump said, yo, listen, if you're gonna come over and you're filing for asylum, come through the point of entry. They don't have any problem with you coming through the point of entry, but when you're illegally hopping the fence, now we have an issue. Right. And this is why they had the detention centers, which actually came up, to be honest with you, it came up under George Bush, but Barack Obama is the one who put up the fences, who had the people sleeping on floors, who actually started really separating the kids. So you cannot put this on Donald Trump. Barack Obama did the most damage when it came down to these camps and to these detention. Well, I'm not gonna call it camp. Matter of fact, I gotta piggyback off of what Strategy God said. We wanna break away from the mind frame of being brainwashed. Let's stop calling Barack Obama when his name is really Barry Santoro. Let's get that right.
So you gonna call him Barry? You gonna take it? You gonna just say fuck his stage?
Just like how we call Hassan, we call him Soup, because that's what he is. We're gonna call Barack Obama by his birth name, which is Barry Santoro. Let's get that straight. So come back to immigration now. The immigration laws, you cannot fault Donald Trump, because one of his jobs is to enforce the law that's on the books. All right. So who created the immigration laws that's on the books? The Democrats. You understand what I'm saying? At the time these laws were passed, you had a Democrat president, which everybody should do their homework, but it was Henry S. Truman. They had a majority Senate and they had a majority of House Representatives, all Democrat. They are the ones who put these existing laws into effect, and you cannot blame him. So if once a Trump go on the try to do something outside the boundaries of the law, you can easily go through the Supreme Court, get it overturned, and it gets returned back to the original law. So to go back to what Strategy God was talking about, I was talking about the executive orders. So executive orders, this is what executive orders say. So say, for instance, you have a immigration law that's in effect saying that if you illegally cross the border, you have to get deported, which is the law in every country. Well, but most countries handle it different because you might end up with a death penalty in other countries like Mexico. Let's get that straight. But so when you do an executive order is actually somewhat of a lawsuit. So the lawsuit is what is sent to court on something that's been changed. And when he signed the executive order, it is challenging he's executively challenging the executive orders from the last administration to bring it back into law. So Strategy God is completely right about that. You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
He's actually cutting the branch off of something that is not supposed to be there and returning it back to the original law.
To the original law.
That's what happens when you sign an executive order. So most of the stuff that Barry was doing, he did everything on executive orders. So now let's think about all the executive orders that's being returned back to the original law. How many executive orders Trump signed to return it back to the executive law? And what did those executive orders consist of? You know what they consist of? The same things that our laws originally were, which coincide with the Constitution. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why a lot of people that like no, I'm not throwing no shots at carpet cleaner, but these are the things you have to pay attention to. That when it comes down to those detention centers, Trump is the one who actually spent $1 million to redo their recreational center, to rebuild that soccer field, bring beds. Remember the whole scandal with people protesting? They didn't want to make the beds from Fairway to go to the detention centers, which was crazy. These beds was going to put these kids, the amount of kids that was coming across the board, to put them in a bed. You understand what I'm saying? So now, if you go back and look at the news reports, under Trump, they had beds, they had PlayStation, they had TVs, clothes, better. Matter of fact,
they just comfortable.
Yeah, the food that the people are eating in the detention center is actually the same food that the Border Patrol are eating, which are mostly all Hispanic. You see what I'm saying? So people just like Puerto Rican cuz said, people need to do more research, because what Carpet Cleaner was talking about, that's the propaganda that's put over on CNN, mainstream media every day. And 100% of it is a lie. And in order for a law, because a lot of people, again, don't understand how laws are passed. There's a bill that's written in the House of Representatives. Once it gets passed in the House of Representatives, it gets presented to the Senate. Once it gets presented to the Senate, they find out is it constitutionally, if it fits within the Constitution. Once they realize it fits into the Constitution, you know what else that happens in the House of Representatives? It goes up for funding. They determine which branch is going to handle this situation and how the money is going to get dispersed to make this bill once it gets passed, it turns to a legislation, and how the legislation is going to work. Once those things pass, then the president turns around and he signs it into law. So when President Trump was saying again, when he was saying that the Democrats have the power, they can solve this problem in 15 minutes. The reason why he was saying that, because the Democrats are the ones who are the majority in the House of Representatives. You don't have to worry about the Senate, because why? Because the Senate is is majority of Republicans. So once they see that, they're going to say, okay, all this fits into the Constitution and it's going to get funded. The Senate is automatically going to pass it because they're ran by the Republicans right now, and you got a Republican president. Exactly, but that's why. See, so it's all propaganda. You know, remember when Nancy Pelosi? Remember Donald Trump is the one when he wanted to get funding for the wall, and he said, "Listen, the first one was." He was going to give amnesty to 800,000 DACA people. The Democrats turned it down because they did not want no funding for the wall. Then he turned around and said, I will give amnesty to 1.2 million people. Democrats turned it down again. Guess what happened when they went into recess? Nancy Pelosi went back to her district in California, and guess what happened? A bunch of Hispanics met her at the restaurant where she was trying to sneak in through the back door, and they was yelling and screaming at her because then they realized that the Democrats was holding them back. You understand? It was not Trump, it was the Democrats. You understand what I'm saying? So let's not get it mistaken. Barry Santero is one of the biggest hypocrites. I don't even like calling that man black. If you want to go, yeah, all right, bro.
Sorry, y'all can't. I'm sorry. I just do that. Sorry, I'm just getting. I'm just making sure. I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry I did that. But anyway, I'm up out of here. You can hear now. I'm gone. Shout out to all the callers. Shout out to all the supporters. People in the super chat. Make sure y'all donate to the Cash App. Hashtag Gills Gang. Shout out to, who was that? Let me see who that was tonight that donated to my super chat so I can give my shout.
Good evening. How you doing? This is True from Brooklyn. I've been looking at your show, and it's very interesting. And I heard that man, I think you call Carpet Cleaner, the one who is going a little off. But the reason I guess he's upset because they did a statistical breakdown of who benefits from welfare the most, and those programs. It says whites is 43%, Hispanic is 30%, and blacks are 18%.
Right.
And I'm saying all that to say that they don't really, when you talk about everybody in general, but as you're saying, nobody really seems to care about us and our plight. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. You're right.
And Donald Trump, I was watching the other day because, following you and him, listening, like you say, review and research. And he was saying that. He said, they took so much credit from us, and they don't want to say, we built this country. He said, yeah, others helped, but no one has worked as hard as the black American and has been, pushed to the side. And he said, his concern is to help us build up ourselves first because of the injustice. He also mentioned those Latinos, but he said it's not right for a lot of these illegal immigrants to come here, and they're taking, a lot of our resources and everything, and then they're blending in as black. So when crimes and all these things are happening, it goes like it's being falsely accused on us and our people. So I believe it's a distraction, because whenever you start telling us to start supporting and lifting us up, as a people, they seem to get upset. But we have always helped everybody but ourselves. And I'm even sharing that with other people because of you. You don't even know how much you are universally really touching people.
Well, I do now, and that's the thing. I didn't at first, and I do now, and and I thank like yourself who get the word out. Thank you.
Yes, and you're waking up our people all over, and what you're doing is lifting a false veil that how they always attach us to a lot of negativity.
That's right.
And the demise of us with the drugs.
That's right. And I just want to make sure that we, as we remember that this ain't our fault. Like, there's a lot of blame going around, and we've done a lot of harm, but this ain't our fault, and we just got to be logical in how to get out this situation. That's all.
Mm-hmm. But God is truly using you, because I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you start getting close to the truth, the devil starts to panic. And, he comes in different forms. I just want to make sure that we...
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to hear you. Turn your sound down so you don't hear the echo. You can turn your sound down.
Because I even have my grandkids listening to you, and you make me proud, because I remember men of old, of yesterday, strong, that demonstrates the pureness of a black strong man. I know we aboriginals and stuff, but you know what I mean. And
I know exactly what you mean, and that's what I do it for. It's right there.
That's right. And as you said, that drug not only touched your family, but it touched mine too.
That's right.
I had a sibling that died from that. You understand?
Right.
It damaged so many others of my loved ones. And that's what they don't want you to say. It hit us the hardest. Even Donald Trump.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a show on that, because I think we need to talk about how the drug running destroyed our community. We can glamorize the superstars and remember those who did the best drug deals and had the best cars. It's time to talk about the destruction and what it really did to our communities. You know what I'm saying? Along with other things, but the truth about it, and it hurts. It hurts.
Yep. Right, and they can't feel that pain because it was us. You understand?
That's right.
when I looked at the research in history, we were always Republican. I remember even some people in my family and me out of ignorance, like, you know how you say growing up, why did you become a Democrat? Because my mama was a Democrat or my daddy. Half of my family was divided. Mostly the men in my family, they were Republicans. I'm not going to lie, was a Democrat, I think, until Bush last year, because it got so bad for us as a people, you know. And, like, we know that Donald Trump is not no savior, but what he's doing is speaking our language, because it's sad that Barack Obama was supposedly representing us as black people, but like that caller said before, he didn't really speak up for us as black people. He was very passive with us, and so, you know, they put us in a weak light, you know, when you realize it, that we have goals where they blocked us from certain grants, certain loans, you know, and I looked up too that we were the largest and still is the largest middle class working people, as bad as it is, you know, but we a lot of those grants that we're entitled to, they had it where a lot of people from other countries somehow could get it and we couldn't, so it made us look like we didn't want nothing. Or when we did, we owned our own restaurant, like you said.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
our people didn't support us like that, you know what I'm saying? They had Chinese restaurants all around us, and I heard you speaking of when you was in business and how sometimes our people would just buy
I mean, that hurt the most. Right,
I know. With us too, you know.
I've never felt that before. When I felt that, I'm like, wow. I mean, just the thought of it was just sickening. And I remember saying to myself, it's all right. Just learning experiences, always finding a better positive, how to fail adventures and stuff like that. Just always remaining and finding what you learned out of things. And that's one thing I learned is, to show support to black businesses, to brothers out there. I don't care what it is. I don't care if they selling a hair product in the middle of the mall and they selling wave product. I'm gonna check it out and see if I like it. Maybe buy next time I come, or this time if I got it on me. But I'm not bypassing you without letting you know I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing, because that's encouragement to black business than anything.
And for the record, that man or whoever, carpet cleaner or the other one, he needs to know there's no greater injustice than the black genocide, where they say black babies don't make it out the womb. And I can personally, you know, attest or know people from that injustice, and you know, where they was pushing Planned Parenthood to destroy the family. When they talk about them in cages, I was never really got to see no
cages because
you know what I'm saying? By the day. So they don't know that, and like you said, I know what it is to see a black man go out there and you're going for work and only to come back home and tell your wife or your family, you know, that they're not hiring or whatever, or you're in a job where you can't really.
Or the job that you did had, the Latino is there now, and you can go right now.
Right, and what about child support? That was a trap for black men.
All of it in conjunction, working in one union, removing him. Right. Nowadays, that's how you threaten black men is all the police. Or if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna put you on trial. That the woman has used what the state attacked us with to destroy us right now to this day. So, you know,
but a lot of times black men and black women did not know that it was a thing to destroy the family.
Right.
I did a report on child support, and I had to go there. And when I brought it back, I had a Jewish teacher, I'm not going to lie. She got offended because I was defending the black men, and I exposed that, you know, the setup of child support and how so many black men, I've seen them go out there and try to find work. Either they couldn't find enough to support the family, they was living from check to check, you know, barely making it, or they said they didn't qualify, or they wasn't hiring, only to give it to somebody else that didn't look like them. So when I exposed that, she got upset. I said child support should never have been anything, because it's a trap for the black woman and the black man. When you really look at it, create jobs. If you want that man and that family, to be able to stand, create where he can have.
But that's what Candace Owens was saying. She said, "Why give subsidies to destroy the black family when you could have created a subsidy to keep them together and help them prosper?"
Exactly.
It seems like it was an orchestrated attack to keep us down.
Exactly. And the reason, if that man go and do his research, they are dominating the housing and everything. What they didn't like what Donald Trump did when it exposed them, a lot of them had to get kicked off for welfare, food stamps, and they was taking Section 8 vouchers and New York City housing vouchers that, if God forbid, if a person.
Oh my God! I was hanging up a call, and the caller hung up from New York. I apologize, sister, for the cutting of the call. Excellent caller. Hopefully she'll call back tomorrow morning, and I'd love to discuss this more positive feeling. Jeez, man, I was I think that was carpet cleaner calling back, or the British people who called before talking about coffee. That was them again. So, hanging that call up, accidentally hung up the young lady. Like I said, thank you guys for sticking around. I'm a little exhausted. I'm a little tired. I'm hungry. Make sure you support the road. Sign up to the paypal.me/KevGillsTV. Hey, it's only $1 a month to keep the program rolling. And thank y'all for the support. It's your boy Kev Gills TV. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out and get those. Put us in the suggested box, even though I'm the most hated dude on YouTube. And as always,